What are y'all doing? All right, let me get to my page. Messing with y'all. Listen, there's somebody already asking, are y'all on? Oh, we live. Hello. Let's go. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life, everyone. I am your host, Veronica. You hear it, Victor? Victor.
I almost ain't make
it. We don't need for team bell, okay?
You sure don't.
I have a bell. I'm in control. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life, everyone. I am your host, Veronica. This is where we talk about any and everything. Let me tag you good folks. Wait a minute. To my left is my brother Victor. Oh, Kevin Samuels.
Oh, he got the
I got my candle lit too. I'm like, no.
You know what? Kevin Samuels tonight, wannabe, his brother, his nephew, whoever he is. Oh, Victor, you're someone different every week, but welcome
every
back.
Week. I got him lighting these candles, baby. That's what Kevin used to do. Let y'all women know.
Let us know what.
The truth.
That's what it is. Alrighty. So I'm tagging you all now. We have special guests. Well, are y'all still guests? Marvin, you're not a guest any longer. Okay, this is like your fourth time on the show. You're no longer a guest. So welcome back. Marvin Tony is joining us tonight.
Oh no, I ain't getting no damn bell.
I did give you a bell. Oh, I didn't give you a bell because you have Kevin Samuels. But my my brother Victor.
Oh man, Fatine Samuel.
And I'm sorry, let me recognize Fatine. Fatine is not with us tonight. He is in Florida handling some business. So he will not be joining us tonight, but we will definitely miss him. But we have the brother of Marvin with us tonight. Jason Tony is in the building.
What up?
What's going on, good folks? Welcome back. This is Jason's second appearance on the Tea. So glad to have all of y'all join us tonight. Welcome.
Oh. I appreciate you for having us, you know.
This your third time, Jason?
No, I appreciate you for having us, you know.
Yeah, but Victor, he put up 3 fingers like I was wrong. Time. This your second time, right?
My second time.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, welcome back. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Marlene. Sly. Thank you, Sly, so much for the stars. Appreciate you. Mr. Sammy was supposed to be joining us tonight. I think he's still trying to work out his phone. As you can see, I am surrounded by men tonight, and it's already been crazy. Like some of them, I'm not gonna call any name, 10 minutes late to the show. I'm just saying, waiting on people. But they say women is late all the time. No. And actually, Jason and myself and Mr. Sammy was on here. So Victor and Marvin are the late ones tonight. Yes, I'm calling y'all out because this has got to stop.
Okay? Don't start that. Don't start that.
Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Miss Rosa.
You gonna tag us?
Huh?
Did you tag us?
I did. I tagged y'all. Let me make sure. Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me put so yes, guys, welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. This is where we talk about any and everything. We are so glad that you all are joining us here tonight for the show. It's not all about the men, because it is the women. We're going to be talking about, relationships, men and women. But the panel tonight, as you can see, are all men, because we want to hear their side of things as well. We want to get their perspective tonight. So once again, welcome everyone. We're going to get right into it. What you said, Kevin?
I said appreciate it.
Jason. You're welcome, Jason. You're welcome to the show anytime. Hey, Miss Ellen. Let me see. Patricia says, I figured it was the men that had the show late because you'd be on time, Veronica. Thank you.
That's a lie. Don't let her lie to y'all.
Every single Tuesday, I am on time. Hey, Tim. Cheryl. What Cheryl said? So we got Marvin and Vic. Jason is a good dude, but those two.
Oh, man. We doing this already?
Right, Cheryl. But I already told him I'm muting some mics tonight. I'm not playing.
I'm in control. Man. Everybody good dudes up here,
Oh, Jason, you're such the peacemaker. I thought it was only me.
Truth teller. He's a truth teller.
Oh. Yes, life's about to go down. All right. So tonight we are going to be talking about love and relationships. Let me just say that this new age relationships sucks. Okay, it sucks out here. Yeah, Tim. Tim says early shots fired. Yep. But yeah. So from my understanding, you guys had a little gathering the other week. I think it was Super Bowl weekend.
A little powwow.
Huh?
We had a little powwow.
Mm-hmm. So you all been talking about love and relationships. So we decided to base the show on that tonight. Hey, Mike. So that is what we want to do. Huh?
I was only talking about love. I don't know what they were talking about.
But...
Oh, okay.
I'm just playing. Man.
Hey, look, somebody need to give like the backstory of how the conversation started and how it branched off to how we got here tonight.
I get a backstory. I brought it up, and I don't want to offend nobody, but it was about one of y'all shows that y'all had a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? If the lady listening, I don't mean no disrespect, but this is just my opinion. So y'all had a show a couple weeks ago, and the lady said that she'd been with the dude for like 16 years, and she was talking trash about the stepdaughter. So my comment was, you know what I'm saying, I don't mean to offend nobody, but I'm like, if this dude been with her for 16 years and didn't marry her, something may be wrong with her. That was my comment, and then that's how the whole thing started. And I think 16 years is definitely long enough to know if you're going to marry somebody or not.
Yeah.
That was my opinion. And then they had a different opinion, and that's how it started.
Okay.
Well, it went from married 16 years to he was like you just said, it don't take 16 years to know if you want to marry somebody or not. My response to that was, you know what I mean? People change. So it ain't no need to rush it to no marriage, you know what I'm saying? Because people change. And then the conversation just kept going legs, it branched off.
Yeah, but it doesn't take 16 years for someone to figure out if they want to marry. 16 years? That's a long time.
Hold on, man.
Go ahead.
The men's still talking.
Yeah, she wasn't there.
So from there, Marvin said it changed. Then me and Dog started saying, as the relationship progressed, we look at women differently. From girlfriend to, we moving in together, engagement. I've never been married. I've been close to marriage. You look at this person differently. There's a difference. So that's when the argument kind of, I think, started.
So my thing was, you know what I mean? They said you look at women differently. I said, so then I was like, if he loved that girl and they've been together for 16 years, like if they get married the next day, like what is the marriage besides a piece of paper? Like, is he gonna love her more after the 16 years, like the next day that he got married? And then Jason was like, it changes.
Jason said, once you marry somebody and they become a wife, the love elevates because they're no longer your girlfriend, they're your wife. A girlfriend and a fiance and a wife is 3 different people, in my opinion. That's 3 different people. The love will elevate once they become your wife. It does.
I ain't been married either. So
like I'll fight somebody behind my girlfriend. I'll take a bullet for my wife. Like
I'll take a bullet for my friend. If it depends on the situation.
Look, okay, that's you. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm gonna risk losing my life behind a girlfriend, I ain't doing that. But my wife, I'll take a bullet for every day of the week if I had to. I hope it don't never come to that. But I risk it all for my wife. I'm not risking it all for my girlfriend. Fiance, maybe.
Okay. So why not?
That point.
Why wouldn't you risk it off for your girl? Why wouldn't you risk it off for your girlfriend?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Why wouldn't I risk it off for my girlfriend? Because all is worth more than my girlfriend. But once I come to the point where if my girlfriend is worth more than all, that's when she comes to fiance or wife. But if she's just a girlfriend, she's not that valuable to me yet to risk it all for.
So how valuable is a girlfriend then?
It becomes valuable over time.
I mean, how valuable is she?
She is valuable, but not risking my life valuable, not taking a bullet valuable. But once you feel like she's worth it all, that's when you advance the relationship. But if you don't feel like she's worth it all, you don't have to advance your relationship. So but if you feel like this one right here is worth everything to me, you advance the relationship to the next stage, and then the next stage.
I feel like when it comes to a relationship, and excuse my metaphor, but it's like property. It's going to either appreciate or depreciate. You know, we all know cars depreciate once you buy them. But with a relationship, you have to put things into a home in order for your home value to go up. So as you in a relationship with this female, or however you want to do it, you know, you invest time, you invest money, you invest all this stuff. And then as she is willingly accepting everything that you give it to her, and she's reciprocating it back to you, then the levels go up. Okay, I can see her, you know, by spending this money on an engagement ring, getting married, and all this other stuff. So that's how I feel like a wife is more valuable than a girlfriend or a fiance.
So when you say girlfriend, like how long you like y'all been together to say girlfriend? Like y'all just started talking a month or two? Cause like we started with the lady from the letter like 16 years.
16 years, that's too much.
If he been with her for 16 years, you can't tell me he won't take a bullet for her.
Right.
Who she is?
16 years.
And they got kids together.
16 years, Victor. That is not a little time. That's a long time.
But why she ain't
I ain't
wife?
saying that this man won't take a bullet for her. What I'm saying is, if he been with this girl for 16 years and don't feel like she's worth marrying, why are you wasting this lady time?
Hey, that could be wasting each other's time.
That could be true too.
Or it couldn't, like, you know what I mean? Like people always like we talked about. I use myself as an example. I was in a long-term relationship. You know, like and like I told you, Vic, when you asked me, you like, well, why you ain't getting married? And what I said I felt like we missed our window.
But all right, so if you felt like you missed your window, not to dig too deep,
we can talk about it.
The window was never open.
Like it was like, remember when I told you?
Yeah.
We like I was ready, she wasn't ready. She was ready, I wasn't ready. And then we passed each other. Instead of us ending the relationship, we had time and history already invested. So it wasn't like we were just gonna walk away from it.
Right.
So with the window thing, I feel like if I'm ready and you not, then I have to leave. That's just me. Because I feel like I'm just stagnant. I'm trying to, not to say to bring you up, but I want you to be, as I'm progressing, I need you to progress with me. But if you saying we missed each other, the first pass, that's it.
Bro, if you love somebody, you ain't just gonna walk away like that.
But I love me first.
As you're supposed to. But I'm saying, if you truly care about somebody, you ain't just gonna be like, okay, cold turkey walking away. Like, I feel like if I was with somebody and they could walk away from me just like that, hey, we ain't never had nothing to begin with.
So boss, let me ask you, if you ever gave, if you was to give a girl an engagement ring and she tell you not now, you still gonna be with her?
If I love her, yeah. Hey, if you love make you do crazy stuff, yo.
You ain't lying.
You can't never tell me you ain't did nothing. Looking back now, because of love, you ain't did nothing crazy.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
But why would you want her to jump into, if she's not ready for marriage? Not saying that she's not ready to, she don't want to be with you. It's not saying that, but she's just not ready for marriage. Why can't you accept that until she's ready?
Like, when I say ready, I mean like honestly, I could have been with her, but like I wasn't like ready to be a husband. Like, I would have just went in and tried to make it work.
You proposed.
Somewhat. She got a ring.
Okay. But you wasn't ready to get married. You just
listen. I was when I said I wasn't ready, I mean like I didn't have all the tools to be a husband, a good husband, put it like that. But I would have married her at that point in time, yes.
What are the tools? So I need to write this shit down. What
he married, not me.
And listen, man, it ain't really no tools, man. Every situation different, man. So you build y'all love and whatever the way you build it. It ain't really no handbook for this. It's two people that's involved into the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So if I tell you how mine work, that don't necessarily mean yours gonna work like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really a handbook. It's about the two people. What they see is, you know what I'm saying, worth it all,
Right. I totally agree with that.
But I still don't think it takes no 16 years though. I just disagree with that.
I
wouldn't say it takes 16 years, but my thing was, listen, you don't know what was going on in the relationship.
Listen.
16 years though? That's a long time, man.
That is a long
time. And I ain't saying it's her fault, you know what I'm saying? But I'll just make the point that if she got all this to say, and this dude been on 16 years, then who's really the problem?
Her. Dog. So your mindset as a boyfriend going to a fiance, going to a husband, was you ready to become a fiance? Was you ready to become a husband?
Okay, so I got to a point when she was my girlfriend, we went through what we went through. We had good times, bad times. You know how that go in relationships. But I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I can't see myself being without her no more. It's like I cannot see myself being without this woman. Like, when I looked into my future, I couldn't see her not being there. And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm gonna go in and ask her to be here forever, because I don't see her not being here forever at that point. You know what I'm saying? But when I first got with her, I didn't think like that. We were just going with the motions. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the best boyfriend possible. She being the best girlfriend, and we just we grew. You know what I'm saying? After a while, I'm like, I can't see myself without her no more. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just make this official. We got engaged. A year and a half, 2 years later, we got married.
But how long was y'all together?
When I got engaged, we got married.
Like from start to now.
So we met in 2013. We became an actual couple in 2015. I proposed to her in 2017, got married in 2019.
So it was a 2-year window between all of that. Like,
it was a 2 year, pretty much. I met her. 2 years later, we became a couple. 2 years later, we became engaged. 2 years later, we got married. Because it didn't take me 16 years. But that's just me though. Like, it might take some people longer. But me, I knew what I wanted, and I knew she had everything I needed and wanted, and I ain't want to waste no more time.
I'm just saying. So, like with my son, mama, the first 2 years, I felt same way you felt. I couldn't see myself without her. But look, people change, and that's what we were talking about. Like, people change, people grow apart. So I mean, like, so you were saying, like, when we was out there, you was like, when you meet the right one, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? You'll change.
I feel like you'll know.
I mean, you got every relationship I've been in, I thought was the right one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop.
What? I mean,
Listen, first of all, Victor, you're not going to silence me. You're not going to silence me on this show.
Like, I'm just like, I ain't trying to, you know, bro, you got a good marriage or whatever. Like I tell your wife, she lucky. Hey, cause there ain't too many dudes out there like you that gonna do what all you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for 2 years, like after that third or fourth year, that's when the other people really start to show themselves. Hey, me included. Like,
it don't take that long for them to
who is them
showing themselves. All it takes is for them to get comfortable and exhale one time, and that's it. You'll see the true person who she really is.
I think because
them
I was in my late 20s, early 30s, whenever we got together, it's like I had all of my 20s to see women that I didn't want, knew that I couldn't build with. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a chance to see that first. So when I finally did see something that I could build with, that was good for me, and we clicked and everything was right, I knew the difference. See what I'm saying? Like I knew from my past what I didn't want. So when I met this, I said, this is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I had time. Now, I know I'm talking about what you was talking about. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't a lot before that. You know what I'm saying? To know, you might not knew the difference.
Jason, they see it, but a lot of times they don't want to see it.
I mean, now, you know, this generation of women is a little different, though. You know what I'm saying? So I
Thank you.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know who is a good one.
Yeah.
And who is?
How?
When you know? Like, when you know?
You don't.
I mean, it's not as easy as you think. You know what I'm saying? To find the right person, you get lucky. I feel like I was blessed. I feel like I got blessed to find the right person for me. You know what I'm saying? But that was a blessing. You know what I mean? Some people don't necessarily get that same exact blessing. You know what I mean?
Y'all have so many skeletons in y'all closet. You don't talk too much with a bone fly out your mouth.
And so do you all.
Now, Vic,
I have a lot of skeletons.
Vic, you know, we talked about that too, Vic.
Oh yeah, we. I feel like this is. I will give you a page into my life. I will say this: any woman I've ever dated, when we start getting serious, I have a conversation. I'm like, listen, you got a month to clean your shit up. I'm gonna clean my shit up. You take that however you want to. You got a month to clean everything up. All the little stragglers, go ahead and do what you need to do. But some of y'all just don't know how to write them off. I'm not saying that that's happened to me.
What do you mean write them off?
You gotta cut that dead weight. Don't lose ends.
Yeah, and y'all need to do the same thing because y'all have a lot of dead weight. Don't get me started. You're not gonna silence me on this show, sir. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. But y'all have a lot of dead weight that y'all need to get rid of. But some of y'all act like y'all got rid of the dead weight, but you still have the dead weight around.
But the dead weight that you claim that we got around ain't in your face.
Oh, it's in my face?
It ain't in your face.
So our dead weight it's not in your face either. What are you talking about? Come on.
There we go, bro.
Hey, man.
Can you put Anthony L. Sparks' comment up? So you want to get out?
Man, why can't you come in?
Explain to me about the dead weight. You say that
I didn't say. I said clean up. I ain't say nothing. You said dead weight.
Okay, but you said
what I'm saying is some people.
Yeah.
Some people have people they communicate with that is on the cusp of something. They could have been somebody you could be seeing every other weekend, somebody you could be conversating with every other day, something like that. Whatever kind of relationship that is. I don't have them kind of relationships, right? But when you get into something serious, all that shit got to stop. It's got to. Because you shouldn't leave nobody on thinking that they still got access to you when they should not have access to you when you're getting into something monogamous. Let's say monogamous. I ain't gonna say serious. I'm gonna say monogamous. So when you get into something monogamous,
Same
you
thing.
need to start cleaning some shit up. Like, listen, we can't do this no more.
Mhm.
And that goes for the stragglers over here, and maybe some of your friends. Hey, bro, I got to step away from.
Hey, bro, what? How they gonna do theirs again?
Yeah, watch your toes. Cause you about to step on something.
I ain't stepping on no toes. I'm just saying, did y'all see me like that when I was booed up?
Nah,
Ain't
I
nobody see me.
Nah, Vic was.
No, you're
Vic
right. You
That's
went
how-
missing in action.
I wasn't missing. I was tending to what I needed to be tending to.
Get them in a bell for that, man. Get them in a bell for that. I'm making no bell for that. Handle
I
your
didn't
business.
want to do it, Jason, but because you asked,
Handle your business, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
don't get me
what
wrong.
you're supposed to do.
I guess when you're starting off something, man, if it look, you know, you want to spend time with this person, y'all want to do all this little freaky shit. But when if it looked like something in the beginning, that's exactly what it is, because y'all really don't officially know each other. You feel me? Like, y'all still in the honeymoon phases of the first part of the relationship. So if I'm hanging out to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you thinking, well, hell, he laying with me every night, giving me 7 and 12 and 25 minutes or whatever, which we know is a lie. But you thinking I'm doing the same thing out there. But until you get to know me, you realize, like, listen, he really ain't entertaining nobody. They just out there having conversations under the carport about love. Because that's really what we do.
That's how we got here today.
And
That's
read
how we
about
got today, man. That's how we
And read
that's how we-
scriptures. Yeah, exactly. And pray.
and pray. Okay. All right. Well, that was a great topic, Jason, that you brought to the
It
table.
was random, like we were just talking, like just doing what guys do, just talking.
Vic, what the longest you been in a relationship?
10 years.
And didn't marry.
Oh,
Nope.
what
We
happened?
missed our window.
Okay.
I ain't lying.
Oh, so you using the same thing Marvin said, huh?
But
Okay.
Marvin's not lying.
But you didn't know what the window was. You told him to explain what he meant by the window. Now you missed the
Because
window.
I knew my definition of it, but I wanted to see what his was. I mean, we missed the window. When she was ready to get married, I wasn't. When I was ready to get married, she wasn't. She had a ring.
Did you propose?
I did.
You got on one knee?
In front of God and everybody.
Oh.
She said no.
No, she didn't say no. Hell no. You see.
You said what? You what?
No, she didn't say no.
Mm.
No, she didn't say no.
Well, I do feel like if when you find someone solid, like you really need to hold on to that person. Like I'm with you on that, Jason. I'm still on that. It don't take 16 years to know if you want to be with somebody. That's a long time.
Some
I'm
people
sorry.
feel different. I can't tell people how to feel. That's their heart, their brain.
Yeah, but 16
I just
years.
don't agree with it, but that's just me though. I mean,
Well, I'm with you. But I
So-
say to all you people out there,
So let me ask you this though. Hold on. So if you was with your person for 16 years and y'all didn't get married, then what?
no, I'm not gonna say I didn't say I'm gonna rush into marriage. I said if you
After the 16 years, like you said, it don't take 16 years. So
You
do
know
you feel
if
like
you
you need a marriage to validate you?
No.
Or
not at all. I'm saying 16 years, if you want to be with that person.
if you've been with them for 6, they together.
Yeah.
So do you need the paperwork? That's what I'm asking.
No, because to me, I'm not going to say that paperwork is only paper. I'm not saying that. But I don't need, I feel, some people feel like they need that paper to make a point of, oh, yeah, that's mine now. Like nobody else can take that person because we have paperwork now. Since we're married. I don't believe that you have to have paperwork to. Are you laughing at me, JC?
I'm just laughing at both of y'all. Actually,
Yes,
go ahead,
we are, because you trying to church it up right now. Go ahead and say what you really want to say.
It ain't nothing about churching it up. If you laying with somebody 16 years and they get married, they ain't got nothing to do with church, brother.
No. I'm not saying it got to do with church. What I'm saying is churching it up is making it try to sound
Right. Yeah.
politically correct. That's
what I'm trying to do. I mean,
I know, but go ahead and just be raw.
Hey, you staying or you going? What you gonna do?
I'm just saying, no, you do not have to have paperwork to be with someone. To know that someone wants to be with you, no, you don't have to have paperwork. And I advise anybody to take your time to go through that. If it's taking 16 years, I think, who was that responded and said it was with their husband 16 years before they got married? I think that was Blondine, maybe. I saw someone comment. Yeah. Me and my husband been together over 16 years before we got married. I mean, I feel like it's better to take time to know that's what you really want instead of jumping into it and then 2 years, 3 years down the road, you're getting a divorce.
16 years, Blondie.
I mean,
it
work out that way, but I just don't agree with that. That's just my opinion.
Blondie, cut that shit out. I said, cut it out.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, me personally, I wouldn't want to wait 16 years. I wouldn't.
But what you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. Like 16. What is the, like, you walking away from the person you love?
Of course I love that person. If I've been with them for 16 years, most definitely, I'm not gonna just walk away because we're not getting married.
I'm gonna tell you this. It don't take that long. I'm at the age now, if we together, I'd say about 4 years, 3-4 years, I'm not even gonna stick around for that long if you end up talking, if you saying it don't take much for me to damn just move on. Yeah. But it don't take much. But I mean, there's levels to it. Like, you can't say fuck you in the first 2 weeks we together because I'm out. But in about 6 or 8 months, you probably can tell me that once. You can't call me no bitch in front of my homeboys and you ain't got no ring on your finger. That just ain't gonna happen. It's just levels to the shit. And y'all try to do wife shit as a girlfriend, or you try to do wife shit as a cut buddy. You can't do that. There's certain reasons that's gonna keep me here. Half my shit is really worth me saying, hey man, she ain't really mean to call me no bitch.
Well, we're trying to. You say we shouldn't be doing wifely things as a girlfriend?
No. I said, I don't even realize. I don't know. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is, don't try to do what a wife is doing as a girlfriend.
Hit the.
What?
Don't try to do that. Like, I think some of y'all want to speak when you shouldn't even be speaking. By that, when it comes down to my kids, if I'm doing something with my children and you got an opinion, I'm like, who are you? We only been together 3 weeks. You can't speak on them.
I mean, 3 weeks. Who's trying to?
You think what shit? You think they don't? Okay. You'd be surprised. I'm telling you, outside of Veronica, outside of your core group of friends that you have, there are some women out there that are very opinionated that will give you their opinion, and they shouldn't be. You shouldn't be hanging out with him and him because of this. Motherfucker, that ain't none of your business. You don't know what they do. So don't judge me based on who you see me with. Judge me about who you with, not who I hang with.
That's true.
Yeah.
Tim says, you will let disrespect fly just because she your wife, huh? Wait. Who Tim asking
that
it
was
to?
Directed to me. I said it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So I mean, sometimes you got to take it. Sometimes you just got to, man. So I mean, I would never want that to happen to me. and I would never want
Well,
to
I
set
can't
it
do
up and to allow myself to
Let
be
me be around when
disrespected.
it happens.
Huh?
I said, let me be around when it happens. You know we gonna clown you.
But the thing is,
See,
but you have to
why?
understand, don't allow yourself to be in a position in order for you to get disrespected. And that's alluding to the show. Like, if your old lady been calling and texting you and you sending her the voicemail and you this, that, and the other, and you chilling out with your homeboys and she pull up, you already know what the fuck about to happen. Man, take your ass home.
Really
That's
can't
what I'm
go.
saying. Like, don't allow yourself to be disrespected. Take your ass home.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And man, if she blowing your phone up, you could just pick up the phone for a second.
Exactly.
Right. Why not?
I'm like, hey, Vic, man, go call the girl, man.
I mean, if it's somebody you love, you always can spare them a minute or two of your time. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that.
We already know where you at. And I hate at what why. I hate answering that. But depending on her status, I have to answer that.
Hmm.
Because she earned that right to ask me where I'm at.
Okay, let me
Depending.
ask everybody before we move on. Do y'all have your phones turned down? Like, I hear feedback. Like, is somebody watching the show on another device?
Not me.
Okay. All right. So
Where me at, bro? Let me just say me at.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to Mr. Sammy. Oh, he's in the comments. Here he is. If you're not married by 16 years, you're probably not going to marry that person.
I mean, and then what? What happened after that?
It don't take I'm out.
I'm not saying it takes 16 years. I'm just asking, like, you just
yeah,
gonna walk
are y'all really willing to walk away from a 16-year relationship?
You asking women this or men? Because
I'm asking both.
like you got to understand men for a second. Like, this might sound bad, but I don't think it's one man alive that dreamed of being married until they met the right person. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really wants to be married. From boys up to men, nobody dreams of marriage. That's like a woman thing. So if this man ain't want to marry this girl, that he ain't want to marry her. It's gonna be up to her to leave or not. He probably ain't going no way. It's gonna have to be her to leave.
Yeah.
He probably comfortable with being with her 16 years without marrying. He probably do another 16. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
Marriage is not a male goal. It just happens when you find somebody that's worth it.
I'm gonna tell you this. I said this to somebody one time and they got mad with me. But this is the truth. Ain't no man gonna ever give up his dummy.
His dummy?
Ain't gonna happen. And that's a fact.
You say give up his dummy?
A man will not give up his dummy.
What's a dummy?
Huh?
I feel like a dummy. What's a dummy?
A dummy is...
Oh, you're talking about a female that's gonna go with whatever. Okay.
He ain't gonna do it.
He'll sit there another 16 years. If she gonna stay, he'll sit there a whole another 16. It's gonna if that gonna end, it's gonna have to be her. He ain't going nowhere.
I mean and the thing is I'll say something and they so keen into how I say it, but listen to what I'm telling you. A man is not gonna give up his dummy. Sometimes y'all got depressed. Like, listen, you shouldn't. If you got to give somebody an ultimatum, you should leave, because we should be progressing together. I really truly feel that way. Why the hell do you have to tell me or else? Because
I'm not gonna give me no ultimatum now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it shouldn't even come to that.
Like, I'm speaking for myself. Like, when I'm ready, that's when I'm ready. Nobody gonna tell me beforehand when I'm ready for a relationship or a marriage. Because if I ain't ready and I jump into the relationship, it gonna fail. If I ain't ready and I jump into the marriage, it gonna fail because I ain't ready. And who that gonna be on? Me, because I knew going in that I wasn't ready. So I'm gonna put myself through that and her.
Facts.
Oh, you're so sweet. Oh. So let me see. Who was that I was getting to? Perez. The only problem, if something happens to one or the other and there is no paperwork, then someone gets nothing and may have invested just as much as the other, especially in 16 years. Noah says, wait, go ahead, Victor.
See, I have this whole thing about insurance. That's my whole hang up. That's a whole nother show about insurance. But he said the only problem is something happens. If something happened and we never took that final step, then we didn't take that final step. Like, you got something invested, but what do you really have invested? Because the same amount of time that you was in it, so was I. So what are you entitled to? Nothing. You're entitled to nothing.
Oh my God, what is going on with the guests tonight?
Just keep it pressing.
Oh, they muted too. Okay, so Noah says, oh gosh, I'm afraid to even put it up. I met my wife in March of 2007, and 16 years later, I decided to get married because I'm closer to 50, and my wee don't work like it used to. So she's going to get the last of these 2 minutes and like it. Why I don't like him?
That's your cousin.
I can't stand Noah at times. I love him, but then okay, everybody good?
Oh yeah.
Are y'all good?
Yeah, man. I had to give something to drink, bro.
Okay. Just making sure. Hey Kay. Kay says if we have been discussing our future and we can't get on one accord, then I feel we're not meant to keep going.
Then you should try a Camry.
Try what? You know what?
I see what you did there.
Right. But don't. Let me see. John says usually if a man don't see wife in a woman, he ain't gonna marry no how. It ain't got nothing to do with how many years he been with her.
So I want to know, do men date for sex or do men date for marriage?
Do what now?
Marriage is never a male's goal until you feel like you met somebody worth marrying.
Now I do feel like some men want to get married.
I'm about to disagree with you on that, though.
I mean, so when you was a little boy, you
date to be married? Like,
I feel like, all right, so dating and screwing is two different things. We know that.
Yeah, I said date.
Okay. For me to call her my girlfriend, to me, I see a quality in her that I would consider as a potential candidate to be my wife. So if I said this is my girlfriend, I'm already looking at her like, okay, let me start checking off this long list of check marks. But eventually, if you miss a check mark, then I guess we can't be together.
So one check mark.
I mean, as we progress, I mean, how long does it take for you to look stupid?
Oh,
It only take me one time.
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. I'm just saying. Mr. Rita. Hello. If you're in a relationship that isn't going anywhere, it's best to leave. Why stay in a relationship when it's not going anywhere?
I mean, people always say that. People say that like it's just so easy to walk away, unless you Vic. Hey, Vic, the only person I know can just walk away cold turkey.
Yeah, Vic don't give a damn, like.
Yeah.
And that's what he tell us anyway. Now,
I know, right?
I got to do some research.
Do your research.
When Vic said they fart around him, he gone.
Right.
I act like you don't exist. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that shit'll hurt. I ain't gonna say I don't feel nothing, but at the same time, I can't allow myself to continuously go through what I think is going on.
Mm.
So we'll say that.
It's gonna be hard to find perfect, bro.
It
You
ain't
gonna find perfect.
It
You
ain't.
ain't gonna find perfect.
It ain't hard to find perfect, bro. Because perfect is my perfect and y'all's perfect is different.
That's facts.
So it ain't hard to find
But I don't want
perfect
nobody
because
that's perfect.
you got to understand, you know, when we first meet somebody, yeah, y'all screwing or whatever, but we just this lump of clay and we trying to mold this shit. Vic, don't do that. I don't like that. Okay, I stopped doing that shit. Hey, so-and-so, I don't like that. They stopped doing that. I mean, you mold into this perfect relationship, so to speak, or perfect person to be with. Like we conform to this person.
People
I
don't
sleep
change
on this
overnight,
side
though,
of the
bro.
bed, but I used to sleep on that side, and then we swap. Like, come on, we mold. We become this perfect being together, this unity of one.
Oh, I understand
We
what
do.
you're saying. I just say people can't change overnight like that. Like,
No,
it
not
takes
overnight.
time sometimes. It takes a little bit of time for people to change now. You know,
And some people don't want to change.
that's fact too. If you're not worth changing for, they ain't gonna change. And
What do you
that's
mean by
like-
change? Let's talk. Hold on a minute. Let's talk about that. What do you mean by change?
I mean, I was saying that he won't perfect. Like, I'm talking about like his list. He might have a list of 20 things she got to do. She might do 13 of them, and her whole life she been doing the other 7 different. So the other 7 got to be changed for his list. It might take time to change that. You know what I'm saying?
But do you want to be with somebody that you have to change? Because I don't feel like I don't want to be with anybody that have to change. I want you to be who you are. Because when times get tough, you're gonna show your true self.
It depends on what you asking to change. Like,
I'm asking you to change. I'm asking you to change. Talking to those 10 girls that you've been talking to before, you know, when we was just friends.
That's a no-brainer.
How women go straight to that? You know what I mean? Hey, like,
it just depends, man.
I mean, you asked what
she went straight to the 10 women. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
you said what changed? Like that could be a change. Like if you have so many,
what if you don't have so many? What if he got his own stuff going on in his life that he working on for himself?
I mean, that's different. But you asked a question, so I was just making an example, you know, with when I said the females, like that will be one of the changes that I will want you to make.
You shouldn't have to ask that if you're in a relationship. If you got to ask that, you shouldn't be there.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that we're in a relationship. He asked the question, what are we talking about when we say change? That's one of the things that I'm talking about would have to be changed before we could go into a relationship.
But why go into a relationship if somebody got 10 people they talk to?
Exactly. That's what
you don't think that happened?
Like that makes no sense.
Though.
It happened.
It shouldn't though.
But my change ain't that drastic.
That was an example.
My change ain't that drastic. I'm not asking no woman to drop 10 dudes. I'm not. Matter of fact, go down to 9 because this one is out. My change may be like, listen, I know you like chilling with your homegirls, but can we have a date night alone and you not always invite them too?
And that's
so you asking her to change 2 people out of her life.
And I said when it comes to like Marv said, you shouldn't have to change somebody. I'm saying we got the mold for this shit to work. We got to change. Right. You got to.
You got to change, man. You got to change some stuff. I mean,
as long as it's reasonable. What you call change?
As long as it's reasonable. Like you got to give me an example because it might be stuff that you do. The once you get a relationship, you can't really do no more. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect for who you got, because understand once you with somebody, whatever you do, you representing them. So when you represent yourself, you do exactly what you want to do. But when you got somebody you representing, it's a little different.
It's a little different.
Move exactly how you moved before.
But if you're in a relationship, that go without saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, as long as it's reasonable change, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? But if they say like something drastic that's normal stuff, then you gotta have a conversation about it.
Are we talking about before we get in a relationship or we're in a relationship? Because
you can't ask me that before.
Oh, so we talking about while we're in a relationship?
Yeah, you can't. You don't have enough seniority to ask me to change if we ain't in a relationship.
Yeah,
You're
You
working.
you can ask for a different day of the week, but that's it.
No, okay, I just want to be clear. Are we talking
No.
about in a relationship or trying to
No.
work on a relationship? Getting to that point.
As long as
But-
it's reasonable.
But what I'm saying is you shouldn't have to ask anybody to drop 10 women. They're going to do that for you.
Okay, I was over the top with 10. I just threw a number out there, y'all. Y'all really running with this 10.
Even if you asking me to drop somebody else over here, you don't have the right to ask me to do that.
I feel like you shouldn't even be chasing somebody that got 10 women, in my opinion.
No,
That's the real
definitely not 10, Jason. 10 was an extreme number. Y'all.
Even
Why
one.
you want to be 11?
1. Okay, let's go at 1. Yeah. Okay.
You should never ask anybody to drop somebody else. You shouldn't have to.
Hmm.
If you saying I need you to stop seeing Samantha over here, Vic. Well, how the hell you now I want to know how the hell you know about all this shit going on. Now you know I ain't want shit to do with you now. You know too damn much.
Listen,
That's why I say when I get into something and I say, listen, we need to clean some shit up. I don't know what you got going on. You don't know everybody get an amnesty period. If you telling me you can't do that, I'm cool. I'm out. But if I'm giving specific names and dates and shit, nah, I shouldn't even be there.
Don't start off sharing if you don't want to continue to share. That's how I look at it.
Hmm.
Don't start off sharing somebody if you don't want to continue to share that person. If you know they're messing with somebody and you want to mess with them too, then you don't need to be messing with them. If you know they're messing with somebody or not, you're going to continue to share that person. If you don't want to share, don't share.
Oh, Tim says, Veronica, my whole name, Tim. We're not letting go of sides for number one. For no one. We just lied to you because we know you will accept the lie over the truth.
And that's a part of cleaning up. Like, if you still gonna do this shit, clean your shit up. If you still got your work husband, all right, now your work husband, you better not bring no flowers home from your work husband. If this motherfucker put a smile on your face like I can't, but this is a part of your life, clean it up. Listen, John on the job, I got a man now. You can't call me no more. I'll see you at work. We can exchange meatloafs and gifts and all this other shit. But that's what I mean. Like, you got to understand, some people can't just have one person. I'm not saying, I'm not talking about sex. Sometimes people have multiple friends that they cool with that you just can't tell your old lady. Me and this woman over here cool, and I confide into her when this, that, and the other. You got to clean it up. Like, listen, you can't call me at 10 o'clock no more. Clean it up. Just clean it up.
Wow.
Clean your shit up, Veronica.
Oh, hey, this over here is clean, baby. Okay? Y'all need to clean up y'all foolishness. Not you, Jason.
So everybody quiet now.
Hey, look, y'all some outstanding brothers. Don't let nobody tell y'all different, man. Like,
Huh?
I said these some outstanding brothers up here. Don't let nobody tell you different,
bro.
Oh,
Don't let nobody
Jason.
tell you different, man. Don't let nobody tell y'all different, man. I don't care what they say behind your back. Hey.
They are.
They talk about us bad in the street.
They are, Jason.
Look, I mean, all kind of people group checks.
You ain't the only one.
Damn, why?
I wonder why. So Cheryl says, I would say change. I would say accommodate the other person. You got to think about their feelings too. Yeah, you do. Patricia says, changing your lifestyle, not changing who you are. Right, Patricia.
Okay, then now I can go with that.
It depends on the change. That's all. It depends what they ask you to change. You know?
But my lifestyle is who I am. But I feel like I am going to change who I am eventually. to accommodate our lifestyle.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way around it. You're going to have to make some kind of changes when you get in a relationship. There's no doubt about that.
Changes and sacrifices, brother.
Right.
Sacrifices, definitely.
That's the name of the game.
John, I'll drop the other chicks when I see you worth a damn.
But you know what? He right.
I can't stand John.
But listen to what he said. When you worth, a lot of y'all want us to do all this shit, but you ain't worth my time or patience.
Well, why? Well, you know what? If I'm not worth your time or your patience, then move on out my life. Then don't waste my time.
Why? Because you get this. Kevin talking to me now. This camera done went out. Not to give up too much, but when I said a man ain't gonna never give up his dummy, he won't. You got to understand that there are things that you can do that I know I don't have to do in order to keep you. To kind of skate around what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I hate crickets,
so let's talk about real love for a second. Whatever happened with that? Whatever happened? And I know you don't like this, Victor, because you always said there's a difference between love and whatever. But whatever happened to love? It seems like everyone is out here trying to play someone. Like, whatever happened to, spending quality time, getting to know someone, going out on a date? Like, what happened to this new generation?
Because a lot of women don't require that no more to get to the end of the tunnel.
I'll give you that.
I'm about tired of you and that damn bell fatigue.
I thought you wanted me to give out the bell tonight.
Only to Jason. Marv made good points. I made good points.
When I think about it, I hit the bell, but that was a good point because we as women, and I'm going to say we because I'm going to put myself in this category, not saying that I do it because I prefer to, date and spend quality time and all that stuff. But some women do not, they don't want that. It's like straight to the bedroom. It's good. We do this. We kick it. That's all that matters.
Can I say something?
Sure.
You take a woman to a nice restaurant, you show her a good time, and you know she'll hit you with how many other bitches you done did this to. You think they won't? That's right then and there. I'm out. I mean, I'm a hit, but I'm out. Y'all do that. Listen, you'll have a good dude, and then you'll mess it up by doing that. Stop talking.
You just want us to be quiet? Like, I feel like if we want to know something, we need to ask questions. Forget all this trying to, you trying to figure out what that person is trying to say. Ask the question and stop playing games and stop trying to, test people, as y'all like to say. Stop testing women and just ask the flipping question that you want to know.
My actions is going to let you know everything about me. I'm not playing no games. You just think I'm playing games. I sent some roses to your job. Who you done cheated with? Motherfucker, I ain't cheat shit. I was thinking about you when I find these fucking flowers.
I don't know. Who are these women you're dealing with?
Well, you better get off back, baby.
I mean, where are you finding these women?
What do you mean? They out there, G.
You gotta go to Christian Mingle or something.
I'm going to the farmers page now. I heard them down.
Farmers only?
Farmers only.
FarmersOnly.com. I love that commercial.
So Marv, you ain't never had nobody hit you with how many women you done did this to? You try to take them out?
I can't say I have.
Okay.
Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, those are broken women. Exactly, Kate. Because if a man send me flowers to my job, why would the first thing I ask who you sent flowers to? Unless you gave me a reason to think that way. Like if you have whorish ways, and I'm going to think every time you do something good to me that I'm going to question about who you did it for before. Like that's crazy to me. Why not just accept the flowers? Hey, thank you. Oh, that was so sweet. Even if you're thinking something crazy in the back of your mind, don't let him know that you're thinking it.
Case in point, your girl was mad about the little flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, right?
That was terrible.
That was terrible, yo. That was so terrible.
Communication is definitely key.
No. Communication is not key. Listening is key. You can talk all day, but if I'm not listening and receiving it, then communication don't matter.
But you
can get a bell for that.
You have to communicate to listen.
But if you communicate and they're not listening, then you communicate for nothing. That's not key. You know what I'm saying? Listening and understanding, compromising, that's key. You know what I'm saying? It starts with communication.
That married talk. That married talk.
I'm just saying, start with communication.
It does.
If I'm communicating to you and you're not listening, if you just everything I'm saying going in and out, then my key ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand and compromising is key. That's real key that people ain't paying attention to. You can communicate all day. You can sit and talk to your son. That's communication. You can sit and talk all day. But if nobody really receiving what you're saying and understanding, then what's the point?
Cheryl says, listen to hear, not to respond.
And you know, people don't do that. They listening so they can interject at a point. Dog said a mouthful if they was listening. Communication ain't key. It's listening.
Mm-hmm. Cody Brooks, what's good with your boy? That's my guy right there.
And Thomas says the same thing. You can hear but not listen.
I mean, that's real though. You know what I mean?
You can hear Jimi Hendrix, but you're not listening.
You can't hear Jimmy.
Can't hear Jimmy. You ain't know where that from, bro.
Oh, please.
Exactly.
Listening. See, that's what men do. We do little simple shit like that. That's all we do. We hanging out. We quote shit, read scripture, talk about love, and go home.
That's it.
Chris says, listen to hear, but sometimes it be BS they saying, and that is the honest truth.
We can sometimes everything. That's, I mean, yeah. But if I'm listening to the person I'm in a relationship with, she shouldn't be talking about, well, let me stop right there. You're right, Chris. You're right.
Well, let me see. I wrote down some stuff, but you guys are...
Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it.
Huh?
I said, let's hear it.
Okay, so first, let me say this because I came across a post today and it was right on time because it's definitely what we're talking about. It says, God won't ever give you peace, and that's PEACE, in something he never meant for you to settle in. And I thought that was real powerful. Because we go through relationships and people come in and out of our lives. But if it's not meant to be, that person isn't going to stay with you. Even if you think that you love that person, y'all go through things, ups, downs. But I feel like if that relationship wasn't meant to be, it's not going to work. Can y'all agree with that? God won't ever give you peace in something he never meant for you to settle in.
I don't got to comment on that because we're talking about God. So
yeah, I don't like to put the Lord and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I don't really think God like us laying around with everybody anyway. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, play it safe, fellas.
I mean, no, because we talking about God. God don't want us laying down with this person.
You're right.
In the first place, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
I will say this: if he is in your relationship, it will work.
Oh, most definitely.
So I think whoever made this post was playing on some words to get a response. But in reality, if God is in your relationship, it won't fail. You may, and you got to understand, just because we break up don't necessarily mean it was a failure now.
Yeah.
Because I could have took something away from this relationship that I needed. Or something could have happened after we broke up to make you a better person or make me a better person. So is it really a failure? I don't think so. Every relationship is not meant to last forever.
That's true.
But it's a learning experience. Hey, I love you, but we just can't be together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, to me, that's not a failure if we both can come to that conclusion.
I had something down kind of similar to what you just said, because I was like, well, we come in each other's lives for a reason. Either way, we learn from the other person, whether it's a good thing, bad things. But hopefully we take something away from that previous relationships or whatever. Hopefully we take something from that. And if it's bad, hopefully we know not to bring it into that new relationship. And if it's good, hopefully, we can carry it on into the new relationship that we're going into. Right? Can y'all agree with that? We all learn from previous relationships the things that we, shouldn't have done, or, things that we could have done better.
I mean, I take stuff from my past relationships, from my friends' relationships, present and past. Like, I pay attention to details.
Right.
I'm always trying to find a way to make myself better.
Right.
Even if I'm using other people for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair statement.
Okay. Well, moving. Okay, so y'all want me to go down my list? All right.
Oh, so now list bad. You checking off. Okay.
Yep. Surely is. So I said, I think relationships, and I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with this. I feel like relationships should start with a genuine friendship, right? First, like getting to know that person, getting to see their good side and bad side. I think we spoke about this a little earlier, or something like that. Knowing their strengths, their weaknesses, what is going on to set them off, what are their likes, their dislikes. Like my past relationship, I feel like I kind of just jumped in and I wasn't listening to Veronica. I was listening to people around me instead of listening at Veronica. Looking back, I'm not going to get too deep.
Please do.
I'm not going to get deep in it, but I'm just saying, I just
You
feel.
gonna get what?
I said, we want details.
Get deep in.
You want the deets.
I'm just
if you give us the details, somebody might can learn from your mistake, and maybe they won't make the same one. You know what I mean?
And that's true. And but I spoke about this on the show before. It's like I feel like I've been listening, and I don't want to call my parents out, but I'm just saying, my parents are still living in 1950s, 1960, whatever you want to call it. They are big on, you shouldn't be shacking up. You shouldn't be, if you're gonna live with someone, go ahead and do it. So I just feel like now this new Veronica, I will not listen at other people around me and getting into a relationship and making a big step. I would take the time to get to know the person and really get to know the person. What I just said about their strengths, their weaknesses, their dislikes, their likes. And I just would take the time to really figure things out the next time instead of jumping in. Victor, are you paying attention? Are you listening?
So when I talk and you doing other shit, do I say anything? So you keep talking.
I can't stand you. But anywho, do y'all feel what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I don't know if you get that much detail.
Huh?
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I don't know if you're gonna get that much detail out of the man if you're not in a relationship with him, but you'll probably get a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be friends first. I mean, I took that route too, but you don't always get that route. But it's a good route to take.
Right. I didn't mean to ring the bell. My pen hit it. But yeah, I just feel like when you get to know someone, you take the time to get to, and I had to learn this. I promise I had to learn this. But when I feel like it's much better when you get to know that person instead of jumping straight into it. Victor, you don't agree? You just gonna go straight in it, huh?
I'm not gonna go straight into it, but if I know your likes and your dislikes and all this shit at the beginning and what ticks you off, I don't want to be in it.
Oh.
I shouldn't, like, people lie. And what I'm telling you is, if I hear a woman describing herself, I already know everything she's describing is a damn lie. Because, oh, I'm the type of person that I just like to do this. No, you don't. That shit just sound good. I'm going to ask everybody else around you how she is. How she is with you, because we all different with different people. We ain't, Veronica, I don't act the same with you that I do with them, that I do with this person and this person, or even in my relationship. I'm not the same with everybody. Yeah. But I'm also not going to describe myself, because who I am to myself and how I view myself is not how everybody else view me. So if you sitting here telling me what you like doing and you dislike doing, and then you say, well, I really don't like basketball. Well, motherfucker, have you ever played basketball with me? You might like it.
But I'm telling you what I don't like. Don't you want to get to know me?
You're telling me you already set limitations to our relationship. Don't tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you didn't like with this person. I really don't even want to hear that either. You should go into it with an open mind. Don't tell me what you don't like.
So you want to figure things out on your own.
It's not really about figuring it out. You should just be open. If you telling me, you know what, Vic, I don't like nobody to play in my hair. But on a late night, you might be sick. Then come on, man. It might make you feel better. Let me wash and condition your hair. Let me blow dry your shit. So you said, well, go ahead. So I'm supposed to bring up, thought you ain't like nobody to play. That's what I'm saying. Don't tell me what you don't like. Just tell me what you haven't experienced yet. That's it.
But if somebody
when you
don't
start
like
putting limitations on some damn relationships, I'm out.
Bro, if I don't like something, I know I don't like it and I don't want to do it. And you trying to force me to do it, I'm gonna have a problem.
That's different.
What do you mean?
How's that different?
No, what I'm saying is, what he's saying is, I don't, like you said, I don't like this. Okay.
But that is what you just said. Like if
yeah, the woman might tell you she don't like something, so that means you can't do it, you know.
What I'm saying is, when you start putting up limitations.
I mean, that ain't no limitation. That's something that you don't like. Like, if I'm gonna just say that, like the what my man named Tyler Perry, the plays. Like a lot of women used to like to go to. Hey, I wasn't going because I wasn't into it. I ain't like it. And if somebody tried to force me to go, I would have had a problem. And I don't put like this. I ain't gonna make nobody do nothing that they don't like, because I don't want them to make me do anything that I don't like.
But I do feel like we should, step out the box sometimes for the person that we with. Like, say if I didn't like basketball, which I love, but say if who I'm with love basketball and they wanted to go to a basketball game, I would suck it up and I would go to a basketball game just because.
I wouldn't ask you. Like, I wouldn't. Like, if
the
person I'm with didn't like basketball, I wouldn't ask them to go to the basketball game. I'd go with my brother or Vic.
But I'm saying,
I would do something with you that you like to do. Like, why would I force what I like to do on you?
We're not saying force. If I be like, hey, can I go with you to the Spurs game? I mean, I'm just using it. Can I go with you to the Spurs game? Even though I don't like basketball, I ask you, can I go? Because I want to be with you. I want to spend that little quality time with you.
Don't complain now.
I'm not going to complain.
Like, you're doing something that you don't want to do, you're going to complain, or you're not going to be fully engaged, or you're not going to have a good time. I'd rather for us to do something that you like to do. Like, you don't have to do the stuff that I like to do.
It's not that you're forcing me to do it. I'm asking you, can I go to the game with you? I'm not saying that you're forcing me to go. I want to go because I know that you love basketball. So I want to go and I want to spend that quality time with you just because I know that's something that you love. And then maybe the next time, you can go skating with me.
See?
I don't know.
They're going to catch right there, bro. You see that? See?
What?
They're going to catch.
What's
the compromise, though, man?
Yeah.
I went to the basketball game with you. Come ice skating with me.
Now you gotta go ice skating with me.
I'm not saying that you have to. I'm saying like maybe one day you can go skating with me. I'm not saying that you have to.
And you'll want to hold hands and shit, ain't it?
And that sounds dangerous too, man. You skating and you back hurt
Hey,
your
look, we
knees.
got to go to work in the morning.
Listen, I don't know how to skate. I'm just using examples. I have no clue how to skate. But Anthony, hey Anthony, he says it's called compromise.
There you go.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta do that, especially in a relationship. You gotta do that
Exactly.
sometimes, no? Nothing wrong with that.
Y'all gotta open your minds.
As long as there's nothing crazy now, but
Open
like,
your
ain't-
minds.
Open
I ain't
up.
about to get
Y'all
on the
need y'all
airplane,
too.
nothing.
Open your
If I
minds
go
and
bungee
do
jumping or
something
something like that,
different. Oh, you keep want to guess at what somebody like and don't like, and you want to, you know.
And see, hey, Vic, see that what I was talking about earlier about change. Don't try to change my likes or dislikes. If I say if I ain't into it, I ain't into it. Let's
It's
just
not
find
that-
something that we both into and just do
I
that.
mean, and that's true too. But I'm saying,
I'll say this. I have done things that I thought I didn't like. Now, it might not have been my thing, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
But you did. But it wasn't something that you said, "Oh, I don't like this," or "I ain't into that." It's
Well,
something I don't. You were like, "I don't know if I'm gonna like this."
I could say there was probably two things that I was like, I don't know about this shit, dog. And then I did it anyway. And I was like, it wasn't that bad.
Ain't nothing wrong with giving something a
I
chance.
don't want to do it.
You can give it a chance. If you love somebody in a relationship, you can give it one chance. Now, you know what I'm saying? After that, then, if it was bad, then you ain't got to do it again. But
yeah, like give it a chance, Jason.
it depends on what it is, though. I ain't bungee jumping.
Okay. Like I remember me and my son, mom, we went out. Like she wanted to go see Ricky Smiley. That was like the worst because I ain't into Ricky Smiley, yo. That was the worst time I ever had. I was like, yo, because I didn't want to be there because I didn't like it. But she forced me to go, and it was terrible.
I'm not gonna force you to go. If I ask and I'd be like, "Hey, babe, you want to go see Ricky Smiley?" If you say no, I don't like Rick. Nah, I'm not gonna say, "Well, come on, go. It'll be fun." No, that's it. You don't want to go? Okay, fine.
I didn't like yard sales shopping at one time, right? I didn't like. I was like, I'm not waking up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to go plumbing through somebody else's junk. But I will say this.
See?
It turned into something that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
See, give things a try.
But now, granted, I still feel like we wasted a whole day. But
it was fun.
It wasn't fun. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm pretty sure
as bad as I thought it was.
Whoever you went with, it probably meant the world to them that you actually did it with them, knowing you didn't like it. That probably meant a lot to them. That kind of stuff stick with people.
Right. Exactly, Jason.
You can't keep giving me bells without giving them bells, bro.
My attitude
mad at me, man.
Too.
My bad.
They gonna get mad.
I always forget when you say something. I mean, I just give you. They deserve a bell.
You know what I'm saying? They view different. So of course we're not gonna have the same opinions.
Yeah, that's true. And Cheryl, I'm with you. Now I haven't been to a yard sale in a very long time. Thrifting, I love Goodwill. I love thrifting. So one day, me and my boo would get up and we go to Goodwill and look around and. Is there a problem?
I'm waiting on the next question now.
Moving along.
You had a list.
I have a lot going on here, but I don't want to read. I wanted things to come off the top of my head. So, all right. So, let me see what I write down. We all know that relationships are work. We got to put in the work. We're going to have disagreements. You're either up for the task or you're not, point blank. And if it is something that you really want, you will put in that work. But at the same time, you can't be the only one putting in the work. Like it takes two people who work at making things, work. Like if you're taking time for other folks, but you're not taking time for this person, then that says a lot about you, because you have time to do this with other people, but you don't have time to do this with that person.
I had this situation come up. It's about the long game. All right. Understand that we might be at odds right now, and we might not spend time together. But at the moment, dog may be remodeling his garage in the back or building a barn, and I could provide him a service to save him some money. I need to make sure that I communicate with you to let you know this is why me and dog is spending so much time together, even though we at odds. Because you got to see the you got to see the end game. Just because I spend a lot of time with him don't mean I don't want to spend time with you. But right now, me focusing on him is more important than us doing this right now, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't disagree with that. Like, a lot of times in relationships, you know what I'm saying, some people don't like to share their spouse. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to share them because they had a life before you. They was doing stuff before you. Just because they got you now don't mean they can't still do stuff with their friends or their family and stuff like that. Like, you got to learn to share your person. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure these qualities, or this person being there for this person and this person, was qualities that made you like this person in the first place. You can't just up and take them away once you get them.
That's true.
Like, people don't understand that part, you know.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes we can sabotage a relationship before we even get into the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Like, you was talking about work. Like, when you brought up work, you know, as a relationship do take work. Because you got to think, you got two people that come from two different parents that was brought up two different ways. They got two different life experiences. And they got a whole lot of stuff that brought them to the point where you met each other. So now everything they learned from life, that's what they basing all their reactions on. Everything you learned, that's what you're doing. And most times it's totally different. So when it comes to problem solving, you're going to have different opinions. You know what I'm saying? But you got to find a way to meet in the middle. It's not always going to be, you know, so like, it might be right to you and wrong to her. It might be wrong to you, right to her. Because y'all was brought up different. Life taught you different lessons. You know what I'm saying? So that's when compromise and understanding and working come in. You know, you got to learn to work with each other. Understand that you're different. You know, nobody the same. You can have brothers that's not the same. You know what I'm saying? We were raised by the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's different. You know, life teaches everybody something different. But when you come together, you got to, you know, work together on that. That's where the work come in at.
That is true. Tyrone says sometimes you sabotage the relationship just because you don't know how to be loved.
Damn.
Ooh.
Damn. Damn.
Tyrone is the guy I was telling you about, who I wanted to come on the show as well. Tyrone can be very deep.
He can be what?
I can't stand you.
I wanted to know what you said. I didn't hear you.
I say he can be very deep. You heard exactly what I said. I can't stand you.
So
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna ask you this. Do women realize that all men don't love the same?
I mean, you can't love the same. Like, you have some men that are
No. Do you realize that some men can't love the same?
Yes,
Okay.
I do realize that.
So you realize I might can't afford the Bentley truck, the expensive Valentine's Day stuff, the 6-carat wedding ring, but I still love you unconditionally. I still take a bullet for you without hesitation.
In a relationship or a marriage?
I'm using dog as an example, what he said. I still will take a bullet for you.
I'll fight for you.
There's a whole lot of things I'm willing to do because I love you, but I can't love you the same way this man over here loved you. Love language.
Mm-hmm.
That go both ways though.
I mean, yeah, it go both ways, but basically, when I hear people say love language, the way I love you and the way you receive my love is that's where it's gonna be an issue at. Because how you express your love and how I express my love, they different. So who's right and who's wrong? I'm waiting, Veronica.
Oh,
I'm not saying that anyone is. I'm not going to say anyone is right or wrong. I mean, your love language is your love language. Like everybody don't have the same love language. Like, am I answer your question? Like your love language. Go ahead.
I see what Vic's saying. He's saying like my love language is my love language. Yours is yours. Just because I don't use yours, that don't mean I love you any less.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like
no, it wasn't.
What a bell at?
But that's what I said. I said that your love language may not be the same as my love language. The exact same thing Marvin just said. So I'm going to give myself a bell. Did I not say the exact same thing? What did I say different? Thank you.
And I got to rewind the tape.
Huh?
I don't know. I got to rewind the tape. I don't know.
Rewind the tape. I could have sworn I said the exact same thing. Yes, and that's exactly right, Natasha. Some man love is so damn confusing because y'all show one thing, y'all say one thing, y'all do one thing, and then the next thing you know, it's like, oh well, y'all shut all the way down.
You make it confusing.
No, y'all make it confusing.
No, we don't. Marv, where you at? I'm up the street. Okay, cool, bro. I'm gonna holler at you in about, an hour or so. Okay, cool. We're at up the street. Who address? Who all over it?
Who are you dealing with? Who are you dealing with? Not all women do that. If you tell me you up the street, I'm not getting ready to sit there and question you about you up the street with who? What color the car that passing you? Like, who are these women?
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. No, it's some women that do that now. They gonna question you.
It ain't confusing. Okay. So now, in order for me to save face, I got to shoot you a line of shit. Y'all make things so confusing when you don't have to. I'm going to let you know all the information you need to know. I'm up the street with who? Ain't none of your damn business. I'm up the street with the potato chip man. That's it. You don't need to know all that.
Michelle, that's the insecure woman.
Who?
The one that you talking about questioning you, doing like all this extra.
Some women do it to be insecure. Some women just like the know stuff. They nosy. Mm-hmm. They just want to know.
I mean,
they fucking detectives.
Well, I think
private eye detectives.
All women, all of us have, that in us that we can play detective very well.
No, it's not well.
Things that y'all
write your own narrative.
Things that y'all think we don't know, we know, but we just don't say it to you. Like some of us know how to be quiet and keep things to ourselves, but y'all think y'all be sneaky and doing stuff. We know what y'all doing. We just ain't saying it.
You don't.
We know.
99% of the time that a woman has accused me of something, she been wrong. But eventually, 99. I'm going to make you right. I'm going to make you right. Keep accusing me of it. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to make you right.
That's why we don't tell you. We just pay attention. You know what? And let me tell this story right quick because I saw a TikTok where this lady, she said her husband cheated on her multiple times, and she stayed in the marriage. She didn't leave. Like she knew she had something that she was tracking him. Like she knew his every move. she knew who he was talking to, and she knew that he had this other woman that he was getting ready to go out of the country to see. He was going back home because I forgot what it was at. It was from another country, Nigerian or something. But she knew that he was going, and then he had to be going out the country to stay for 2 months, not 2 weeks, 2 months without you leaving the country for 2 months without me. Oh no, I'm sorry. But anywho, so he left the country, stayed back home because he said he wanted to go home. He wanted to visit his family and spend time with his family who he haven't seen for a while. So she said she knew what it was. He was going to be with this other woman for those 2 months. Like, she knew, she had receipts. So she said she was just fed up. She didn't say anything to him. And she said while he was gone, she put their house on the market. She said they had a big home. They have 3 kids. She said she went and she got an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, and her and the kids moved there. She put the home up. I'm getting to the end. She put the home on the market. She didn't sell the home. She actually put the home on the market for rent. So it was a rental. She didn't talk to him about any of this. So when he returned back to the States with his trifling self, he tried to use his key to get in the house. He couldn't use the key because, of course, the key locks was chained. Already had a tenant in the house and then finally, I think he ended up calling her or whatever, and she told him what was going on, and he was like, "No, you lying." She like, "No, so you better go live with a family member, a friend, or someplace until you get yourself together." She was still giving this man a chance to get himself together so that they can still stay together and be married.
And you said all that to say what?
Why I told that?
All that to say she a dummy.
A man ain't gonna get rid of his dummy. That's exactly
why did I
said.
say that? Somebody help me.
She's stupid. First of all, for me to book a 2-month trip with another woman, I got to have some nuts, or I know you allow me to do that. Come on, man. You ain't going nowhere.
What?
2 months, that's a long time. 2 weeks is a long time to be spending away from me. I'm sorry. 2 months out the country?
She ain't going nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere. You know why? Because he got his hand right up her back, making her mouth move. A fucking dummy.
But she did. She proved a point.
Look, all the money she gonna get from renting that out, he gonna get half of it.
Well, and that was the other thing. She said that all the money is staying to her. He's not getting any of that money.
Now.
Yeah, I believe everything I see on TikTok.
She told the story, but
I believe everything I see on TikTok.
She was just saying women. She said women need to put their foot down and let that man know that they're not.
Let them know what. You can't stop me from leaving the country. She's
like he went for. He said he was going to work. Like how you just be like, "Hey, I'll be back in 2 months."
He said
he didn't even say that, bro.
He was going to visit.
He said what?
He just started packing. I ain't giving you nothing because I know you're gonna be here when I get back.
So Felicia says, "Why deal with someone who you just don't want to be with? Too much energy, and life is too short."
Yeah, she got some good coochie.
I say this all the time.
She can cook.
Why?
She got a car.
Why are you continuing to be with someone who you don't want to be with? Listen, I've been down that road personal. Listen, I'm not going to say that I didn't want to be with them. I'm going to say that I tried my best to make it work. I try my best. And I always go back to R. Kelly's song, when a woman is fed up, a woman knows when enough is enough. And she is not going to take any more of y'all crap. That's it. Nobody can tell her when it's over. She knows when she is getting ready to leave. That's a fact. But we try. What was I saying before that, y'all?
That about a dummy. The lady was a dummy.
That was it. That's all.
And what else on the list?
Oh,
what else on the list? We know she's a dummy.
Wait, I got to read Felicia thing again. Why deal with someone? Yeah, why waste somebody's time when you know that you don't want to be with that person? Just let that person go. Life is short. Life is short, and I don't understand like going to marriages where people is staying in marriages just because they don't want to give up half of what they got. Like, so you rather, and who's saying that you're going to live long enough to spend all this money that you're trying to accumulate, this 401k and all this stuff? So you're doing all this, you're trying to save all these funds for someone else to spend when you're dead and gone. Why not live your life now at the present time and do things? Live. Why not? Thank you. Okay. So Patricia says,
hold on. Like, how she start talking about 401k?
I'm trying to
you see, women just start on this subject and they go way over here. Ain't
that's
nobody
not
talking
where
about that shit, please.
that's leading into what Felicia is saying. Thank you, Kay. It's leading into what she's saying. Felicia was saying, why deal with someone who you just don't want to be with? Too much energy and life too short. And that's why I'm saying, like, these marriages that people are staying in just because they don't want to give up half of their stuff, or they don't want to, you know, they stand. I'll use the kids. Some people stay in marriages for the children. And why live a miserable life?
Ain't no man staying for the kids. I just told you why. Y'all make shit so complicated. She just got finished saying, why stay in a relationship when it don't work? Because you got good sex, you got a car, and you got a little bit of money. That's it. It's not that damn hard.
But when she said it don't work, what's making it not work? You know what I mean, what type of problems is making it not work? Because relationships are work. You know what I'm saying?
It is work. So like, you mean to tell me you're gonna stay in something just because someone got some good
Yes. Yes.
He talking about yes.
And smile. Let me tell you something. You don't realize y'all got a fucking mind eraser between your legs. All that shit you done put me through, you put it on me one time, I forget all that shit until you start that shit over again. And the same thing go to a man. Like John said, you hit that damn spot between your legs one too many times, you forget all the bullshit and all the cheating we been doing. You might not want to agree with it online, but you know I'm telling the truth.
I think it's because we want to be with that person. We want it to work out between us. Not everybody is in it because of the sex factor. I tell you this over and over again. You can have the best weenie, as you call it. That doesn't mean that I'm going to stay in it just because of what you got between your legs. Like, you have to, it got to be something else. I'm sorry. It has to be something else. It may be different for a man. I'm just saying. But for Veronica, you have to have something else going on that got my attention besides what's between your legs. Okay. I'm not saying that may not be, 2% of it. But that's not what's keeping me.
What's between my legs you will make excuses for me.
I'm sorry?
Exactly. Your mind is clear just that fast.
What do you mean? Excuses. Not everyone is in relationships because of sex, Victor. Not everyone, you don't have to be in a relationship. Not everyone is holding on to a situationship or whatever you want to call it because of sex.
I ain't never been in a relationship and we wasn't having sex.
I'm not saying we're not having sex. I'm just saying not everybody is in it for sex. Of course, sex has something to do with it, but sex is not the top of the listing of why me, Veronica, is staying into something. What else can you do besides put it in motion for 2 to 3 minutes? What else can you do?
But hey, you ever got beat down for 2 to 3 minutes?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you did? How'd you like that?
Stupid.
No, you want to ask questions? Answer that one. How did you like it?
I loved it, actually.
Okay, then. You see what John posted?
I don't care what John posts. I'm not even looking at. I know John posts something crazy, and I know it's towards me. Veronica, you obviously ain't had no bomb A D, because good D will make you shop in IGA after that beauty's closed. I ain't going to jail for nobody.
You be outside at 12 o'clock noon with your high beams on looking for me.
There's got to be more. And all jokes aside, there's got to be more to it than that. I'm sorry.
What
You
else
can
is
you
there?
can find other bomb AD somewhere else, not because of what he got. You can find it from somewhere else. So I can shop around.
So you sleeping around.
Oh.
We talk about when you get in a relationship. If you in a relationship and this man knows he knocking the bottom out that damn thing, if he ain't a 100% dude, he gonna do shit, and you gonna make excuses for him. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Cheryl.
What she
And
say?
Kay, no, not because a woman can satisfy herself other ways if it's about intimacy.
Y'all still need that penetration.
Still need what?
You still need that penetration. That rose can only do but so much.
So that's what I'm not gonna say, y'all. So that's what you think, Victor. You think you can keep someone just because of what you're doing in the bedroom? You think that's why that person wants you so bad?
I'll say this. It will make you make excuses. It'll excuse my bad behavior.
Some of y'all really think y'all have it going on, but we ain't gonna go down that road, okay? Cheryl says, yeah, I don't think it's all about sex either. I think people put roots. Wait, what, Cheryl? I think people put roots on people and make them stay. I promise I think I had some on me. Oh, Cheryl. Marvin, why are you laughing?
Y'all doing roots now?
If you gotta do some roots to keep somebody, then baby, something is wrong with you. Like, seriously.
Did she have some roots put on her, or somebody hung a root in her?
Here you go, back to the sex again. Jesus. Oh, Kendra, men gonna always have at least somebody tucked. It's in his nature. So you just feed him, F him, and shut the F up. Dang,
I like her.
Damn.
I bet you do. I bet you do. John, Veronica, we already read that, didn't I? Sex will not keep a mature woman around. Thank you, Donna.
Donna, ain't nobody never knock your wig to the damn side.
You can knock somebody's wig to the side, Victor, but that's not everything.
I have your shit on like this.
What's really wrong with you? Was you hugged as a child?
By many women.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. I saw not Tasha. Wait a minute. Who was it? Someone made a comment that I wanted to get to. Oh man, who was it? I think it was Tracy. I had to find it. Who is somebody got something going on? Okay, Tracy, here it is, Tracy. But if you love me, then you will make the effort to learn the way I receive love. I think that was further up when we was talking about the love language. Marvin, let me see if that's you. Yeah. Marvin, do you have another device on, Marvin? Let's see. What else do I have down here before we close out? What? Let me see. We talked about that. So do you all believe that Marvin, I'm gonna mute you for a second. There's
Good.
a lot of static. So it said, it is sad when you think that life is better to live alone. Like I see a lot of people that says, "Oh, I'm good over here. You know, I don't need anyone. I'm living my best life." Don't get me wrong. Okay, we all know that self-love is very important. You must love yourself first before you can love anyone, before anyone else can love you. You know, you got to love yourself first. But whether it's someone you can kick it with from time to time, or you know, I do believe that we're not put on this earth to be alone. Do y'all agree with that? I feel like everybody deserves to be with somebody. Now, going through a period, you know, a period of time and saying that, you know, you want to be alone, you're trying to find yourself, and you know, you trying to, you know, like get your mind right because you're coming out of a previous relationship, you're coming out of a bad relationship, whatever the case may be. But do y'all feel like being alone is the thing now?
I think a lot of people that want to be alone don't like to work on themselves to fit into a relationship.
Yeah. Marvin? Kevin? Wait, let me unmute Marvin. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I mean, I don't think people want to be alone, but sometimes you need to be alone before you can be with somebody else properly anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kevin is quiet. Tyrone says, I think the "I'm good by myself" crowd are making excuses to keep from becoming better people.
So
Pretty much what I just said.
I'll say this. If you look at how any species operates, we're only here to procreate and make other humans for self preservation. Everything outside of that is something we created. You know, monogamy is something that was created. I'm not saying I'm against it or for it, but when it comes down to a relationship, there's so many rules in this shit that it's almost, if you ain't found one by a certain age, you so set in your ways, it's like you best just, you know, be by yourself. And be by yourself don't necessarily mean, you know, you a fucking hermit. That just mean like you just out here. So I mean, I'm 41. I got certain things that I say that I'm not going to change, but I may not. And some people can't deal with that. And I'm okay with that too.
Cheryl, yes. Cheryl says, I like companionship. I don't want to be alone. John says, me too, Cheryl. Oh, no, I want my Uchi Pep. You know what? That ain't the one I meant to go to. I meant to go to this one. John says, all that alone, single life sound good till you get old, sickly, and need somebody.
That's why I got insurance. That's why my 401k gonna put me in the damn nursing home.
That bell wasn't for you. That bell was for John.
My 401k will put me in a nursing home. Where I can get some young woman and some scrubs to wipe my bird.
It's like you put thought in that and everything too, dog.
Hey, Vic got a plan.
You damn right I got a plan. I'm going in the most ratchet nursing home I can, because that's where all them big booty girls with them damn quick weaves on that do that shit. Boy, I love that, boy.
You're gonna be like Luke on damn life in that Jello, man.
I'm gonna have about 8 teeth in my mouth, all at the bottom. Shit. It's on.
Yeah, Rachel.
Like, so you rather be with the wrong person? So you will be alone?
So
rather be with are you asking me or Kevin?
Well, I'm just saying, people say they don't want to be alone, so you rather be with the wrong person rather than being alone.
I don't think anyone.
So you just take anybody or yourself.
No.
Because you don't want to be alone.
No, I'm not gonna just settle for anybody. But what I'm saying, I don't think anyone.
Don't say that. That ain't the question.
What? I'm making the point. I don't think anyone wants to be alone. But I'm not gonna just settle for anyone just because, like right now, I could settle for anybody. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm Victor, I see where you look. I'm not saying I'm not trying to say I'm all that, but I'm just saying, like right now, like I can call somebody and but I'm not that alone to just get with anybody, is what I'm saying.
That don't mean you're alone if you call somebody. That just means you trying to get one off. What's wrong with that? That's why she said companionship.
I'm not going to just call somebody to get one off either. You, Kevin?
You have me say nothing too stupid over here. What's wrong with you? If I call somebody, it's because I care.
Okay, I had to laugh at that one because that's a lie. But that was a good one. Good comeback, Vic.
It's the truth.
Good comeback.
It's the truth. Ain't nobody can tell you when Vic called me on some bullshit. Nobody gonna never tell you no shit like that. Because I don't make phone calls. Not unless I want something. Then what I want might not be you.
Oh. Okay.
Be up front, man. It's 2023. Stop lying, man. Stop lying. Hey, what you doing? I ain't got nothing going on. Okay, I just wanted to call and see what's up. I was thinking about you. All right, cool. That's all you wanted. And then y'all turn that shit into something else.
Oh, Mr. Sammy. Mr. says, Veronica, do you need to be in a relationship not to be alone? What if you have friends with benefits? Is that a friends with the S or is that a friend with benefits?
See, you see how you complicating it? Just friends.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put an S on that, Mr. Sammy. No, I'm not saying that I have to be in a relationship to not be alone. I'm not saying that. Is it okay to have friends with benefits?
Yes. I mean, if you grown and that's what you choose, then yes. Yeah. I may not agree with it, but yes.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Victor. John says, I want companionship. And then we're going to go because I didn't know it was this late. Even though we started late, John says, I want companionship. But if they start making a rose for men.
Hey, man, John, you see that thing that twists around and go up and down and shit? As soon as I get my tax return, if I get one, I'm motherfucking out, cuz. I'm out. I'm buying that shit. That motherfucker twist around on your weenie like that right there and go up and down. Shit. I'm out of here, cuz. Don't call me. My phone on D&D.
Do not disturb, baby. Oh, Victor, something is clearly wrong with you.
Ain't nothing wrong with me because if they made that product, that means somebody buying it.
Oh, Lord. What Rachel say? Rachel is on the Bible tonight. Whoever Rachel is, she is on it. And the Bible said God is the head of the church and the men are head of the wife. And the wife is head of the children. Men need to be men and take control of the woman like the Bible said to do. Y'all gangster never be married. Oh.
Dang.
That's because y'all gangsters, bro.
Well, she didn't call them whores.
She said we gangster because we not married.
Put it back up there.
She's saying that y'all never been. I guess she's saying y'all never be married. Not y'all. I mean, she talking about.
Call y'all some gangsters.
But I'm just saying,
Wait a minute. She says, and the Bible said God is the head of the church. The man is the head of the wife, and the wife is the head of the children. Men need to be men and take control of the women. Like the Bible said, to do y'all gangster, never be married. I think she missing some words in there, but basically what it sounds like to me she's saying is men need to start taking control of these women. With that being said, y'all have a good night. Veronica, go ahead and cut this damn shit.
Ain't nobody controlling nothing.
That what she said.
Oh, she said y'all sounded like gangsters.
I ain't sounding like gangsters.
Oh, we sound like gangsters. Who she sound like?
You know what?
Don't attempt the lady for the church, but don't do it, buddy.
Right.
Oh, now.
She call y'all a gangster. Don't be gangster.
And lucky she didn't call y'all knuckleheads.
Don't prove it right, bro. Don't prove it right, bro.
Or skanks.
No, hell no. Hell no.
We're gonna pray for this lady, bro.
Just because she said Bible don't make her perfect.
Hey, look, I ain't said she was perfect. We're just gonna pray for her, bro.
She didn't
Only
say she
people
was
I know perfect wear white drawers.
Don't get gangster on us. This gonna be right, man.
Here go John.
Good night, Rachel. Thank you. Hey, Rachel, do me a favor. Good night.
Don't do that.
Good night, Rachel.
So Lotus, and then we're going to get out of here. Lotus says these are the dudes in the hospital grasping for life in their 50s and not a soul cares. The hospitals just have their way with them. Yep.
Lies.
Who said lies?
Lies. That's a lie.
What's a lie?
She said we are the dudes in the hospital gasping for life in their 50s and not a soul cares. I know that's a lie. The hospitals just had their way with them.
Okay. But I'm just trying to figure out because we're not married.
No, it has nothing to do. I don't think she mean marry. I think she mean like
like what? I'm confused.
With someone, have someone in your life instead of wanting to be single. I don't know if she's throwing this at you or she's throwing it at.
It could be in general, but I'm just saying, like, so what about the single women?
Them too.
Like what they grasping for in the hospital.
I think it's going back to when made the comment about how the people talking about they're happy with living, the single life and wanting to be alone. Yeah, until you in your 50s and 60s, you don't have nobody,
You think that?
Some people need to be alone.
Well, I'm talking about the ones that, don't have a choice.
Okay, they talking about people being alone. So you want to get into a relationship with somebody who's not ready to be in a relationship?
No.
So so why try to rush the people that's not ready to be in a relationship into one?
So you don't think by your 50s and 60s you're gonna be ready to be in a relationship? She's talking about. She said 50s, 60s, 50s.
You might not be. I'd rather
the hell we know you want to be.
I'd rather them people in the hospital take advantage of me than somebody who I claim to care about.
Hey, I took you for everything. Bro, you all right? You fell?
Nah, my phone fell, man. My bad.
So one more thing from Rachel.
Uh-oh, so y'all start.
Me and my husband been married for 24 years, and it wasn't nothing but the Lord. We do everything together. Watch movies, take walks in the park, communicate, especially no fornication.
Why she had to say especially? We ain't accused her now.
And that's, you know what? Salute to you and your husband. 24 years. That's a big deal. Congratulations.
Wait a minute.
Congratulations.
So they ain't fucking?
Huh?
They ain't fucking?
They ain't what? Shut up.
They got kids. They had to at some point.
Listen, y'all take notes. How about do things? Go for walks in the park. Go communicate.
She said no fornication.
If I'm in the park, I'm running.
with one by themselves. I guess that's what she's saying. You know that's what she's saying.
So see, that's the problem. When a man, I'm listening, I read exactly what she said. Fornication, cheating and fornication is two different things. Fornication is having sex. What?
You have to fornicate to cheat.
You have to fornicate to have sex. Y'all don't know what fornication means. She says no fornication.
Meaning so that mean without one another.
See, that's it. Y'all want to make something. I'm reading exactly what she said.
But she left out some words, Victor.
See, and that's the problem. That's it right there. When somebody leave out something, y'all want to make shit up. I read exactly what she said. That's why y'all be getting confused by what we saying. I read exactly what this lady said.
But if it was your boy John, you would have said, well, you know, he left off this part.
But I've never done that.
You haven't?
Nope.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's just it.
Don't you want to pick and choose? And I think she is new because I don't think I ever.
I got work in the morning, but y'all better wrap this up. I got to work in the morning.
We're gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all in a minute, but I ain't lying.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I don't think Rachel. This is Rachel's first time, so be nice, Victor.
You can't be running people out.
Yes, we understand what she's saying.
Your women understand what she said. I was confused.
Okay. Anywho, let's close out. Final thoughts. Do y'all have any thoughts about love and relationships? Because
my final thoughts, it's a blessing when you find somebody that's worth it all. You know what I'm saying? Cherish it when you do. If you don't find it, I mean, you don't necessarily got to settle. But if you do find it, don't take it for granted, man. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Marvin, do you have any closing thoughts, sir?
About love? I mean, love is a beautiful thing, as long as you know you love the right person. Because if you end up loving the wrong person, it could be trouble. But I mean, like I know me personally, like I'm not jumping into another relationship until I'm ready. And that's just what it is.
Victor, Kevin.
I feel like love is unexpected. I feel like the people that I fell in love with, I wasn't expecting to fall in love with them when I did fall in love with them. And it was beautiful. Now, we didn't work out, but that's also was beautiful as well. So I feel like, you know, when you go out looking for something, you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. But to me, it's the surprise aspect of it all that's more beautiful than me going out trying to find a girlfriend. When one just happens to come along, to me, that is beautiful because it's the spontaneousness of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Well, I can't agree and say that love is a beautiful thing. And when you find someone who you love, I feel like you, excuse me, Victor?
You said when you find somebody who you love, I mean, that's kind of hard, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying when you're with someone and you're in love with them is what I'm saying, then I feel like you know what? Thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. I can't with you. I was trying to do my closing remarks, but you want to be funny.
I didn't say a word. I'm listening.
You know what I'm saying? When you find someone who you enjoy spending time with, hold on to that person because you just never know. And I'm going to leave it like that. Thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Jason, thank you so much. Marvin, thank you so much for y'all coming back on the show. We appreciate you guys. It was a great conversation. Thank you, Kevin Samuels, as always, my co-host. We miss Fatine. He will be back with us, God willing, Tuesday. But Yeah, thank y'all so much. I feel like there needs to be a part 2 of this because you guys really didn't like y'all let me do most of the talking, you know, with my questions or whatever, but y'all was the one that was supposed to come on here and talk to everyone about love and relationships, which I did answer the, you know, the questions that I had down. But yeah, I think there need to be a part 2, and this time I'm just gonna let you all have the panel. I'm gonna be in the comments while you guys take over. I'm not even gonna be on. Like I'll let Victor control everything for Tina be back. Mr. Sammy hopefully can join. John, Tyrone, y'all can have like up to 10 people on this podcast. So the next time I'm going to take a back seat and I'm going to just let you guys have the food, and I'm going to be in the comments talking mad ish because I know y'all going to be saying some crazy stuff. But I'm going to sit the next one out. So you guys get yourselves together. John, get ready. Tyrone, get ready. Who else did I say? Mr. Sammy, who was supposed to be on tonight, but unfortunately couldn't get his phone. Yes, Jason.
I think we kind of said everything. You know, what I'm saying? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it was good, but
All of us got different opinions on it, but I mean, it ain't too deep. I mean, you know, I said what I said, how I felt about marriage. The boys how they felt about relationship and love and marriage too. I mean, that's about it, really. I mean, we could debate different topics on it, but it's still gonna end the same way, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good though, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you everyone so much for leaving your comments. There was a lot of comments coming through, and of course, we didn't get to all the comments. But we will be going back through and hush John. And if we need to answer, you know, reply back, we will. So Cheryl said these gangsters ain't no good. Patricia said it's gonna be a hot mess. You know,
We went from knuckleheads to gangsters.
I'm gonna give them the floor. I'm gonna give them the floor. I'm gonna let them do their thing.
We're gonna be in the studio. We're gonna go to the studio.
If y'all get on the floor, we're gonna be talking about football at some point. I'm trying to tell you now.
Now you go to the studio. Of course, I'm gonna be there. I'll be in the back, but I will be there, and we will be in the big section. And Victor, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where we're gonna go. Okay. So yeah, we'll make plans for that. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you all so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Of course, this is where we talk about any and everything, and we appreciate each and every one of you every week. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Until next week, have a great weekend, and we will check you out then. Good night.
Bonus noches.